Episode 25 Substitution. What if the greatest loss in a believer's life is not what is taken from him, but what quietly moves on without him? Not wealth, not health, not even opportunity in the ordinary sense. Something far more delicate: to remain alive, active, outwardly fine, while the work of Allah continues. The truth moves, hearts are reached, lives are changed, and your hands are no longer among those being used. The verse is about that loss. ها أنتم هؤلاء تدعون لتنفقوا في سبيل الله فمنكم من يبخل ومن يبخل فإنما يبخل عن نفسه والله الغني وأنتم الفقراء وإن تتولوا يستبدل قوما غيركم ثم لا يكونوا أمثالكم. Here you are invited to spend in the path of Allah, yet among you are those who withhold. Whoever withholds only withholds from himself. Allah is free of need, while you are the needy. And if you turn away, He will replace you with another people, and they will not be like you. Surah Muhammad, verse 38. It begins with a directness that feels almost physical. ها أنتم هؤلاء تدعون لتنفقوا في سبيل الله. As though the Quran is pointing at you. You are here. You are the ones being addressed. You are standing before an invitation. That wording matters. You are invited. The verse does not begin with burden. It begins with honor. You are being given a place inside something that does not depend on you. Your wealth, your effort, your time, all of it is being given the chance to enter the path of Allah. That is the first unveiling of the verse. The path of Allah does not need human beings. Human beings are dignified by being allowed to serve it. Then almost immediately the verse exposes the fracture. فَمِنْكُمْ مَنْ يَبْخَلْ. Among you are those who withhold. The invitation is open, but hearts do not all meet it in the same way. Some step forward, some hesitate, some delay. Some quietly assume that this opening will remain whenever they are finally ready. And beneath that withholding is a hidden misreading. The person who holds back imagines he is preserving something, protecting what he thinks is his. The verse cuts straight through that illusion. وَمَنْ يَبْخَلْ فَإِنَّمَا يَبْخَلُ عَنْ نَفْسِهِ. Whoever withholds only withholds from himself, not from Allah, not from the deen, but from himself. That is what makes this verse so severe. The person who holds back imagines he is preserving something. In reality, he is losing it. Then the verse reaches its center. وَاللَّهُ الْغَنِيُّ وَأَنْتُمُ الْفُقَرَاءُ. Allah is the one who is free from need, while you are the needy. Everything turns here. Allah is not asking because He lacks. He is inviting you because you lack. The cause of Allah does not rise or fall on your response. The truth does not become stronger because you served it, nor weaker because you neglected it. You are the one in need of what service does to the soul. You need the purification that giving brings. You need the honor of being enlisted. You need the nearness that comes from carrying something greater than yourself. This is why withholding is so tragic. It is not merely reluctance. It is a person stepping back from his own elevation. Once that truth is established, the final movement of the verse becomes almost unbearable. وَإِن تَتَوَلَّوْا. And if you turn away, turning away is not always loud. It does not always arrive as rejection. Sometimes it looks like delay. Sometimes it looks like comfort. Sometimes it looks like a life that remains attached to religion in name, while slowly withdrawing from its burdens, its service, its sacrifice. And then comes the law. يَسْتَبْدِلْ قَوْمًا غَيْرَكُمْ. He will replace you with another people. The work goes on. The light does not become dim because one hand was withdrawn from carrying it. The mission of Allah does not pause in anxious dependence on any person, community, or generation. It simply moves to other hands, other hearts, other people who will treat the invitation differently. Then the verse says something even heavier. ثُمَّ لَا يَكُونُوا أَمْثَالَكُمْ. And they will not be like you. They will not carry it with your hesitation. They will not treat it with your casualness. They will not stand where you stood and fail to recognize the honor of the call. This is the real wound of substitution. The work is not lost. Only your place in it is. Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna Allah la yu'ayyidu hadha ad-din bir-rajul al-fajir." Indeed, Allah supporteth this religion even through a sinful man. The deen is not secured by the perfection of its carriers, it is secured by the will of Allah. If some withdraw, others are brought. If some fail to carry, the trust moves on. That hadith humbles the ego in a very particular way. The religion is never hanging by your strength. The question was never whether Allah can continue His work without you. He can. The frightening possibility is that He does. People fear being forgotten by the world. This verse teaches you to fear something quieter, to become a person around whom the work of Allah still happens, but no longer through whom it happens. To watch others carry what once lay within your reach, to see doors open for those who value them more, to find that the invitation did not disappear, it simply moved to a people who would not be like you. Allah does not need you, but He invited you. And that invitation may be one of the greatest honors you will ever be offered, because the deen will continue, the truth will continue, the work will continue. The question this verse leaves behind is not whether the mission survives, it always will. The question is far more piercing than that. Has it already gone on without you?